the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Gonna run it. It's Allen. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down, he'll throw it. The short hands. It's Singleton. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Pena. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Gonna swing it on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Ross. Across the 25. He's got room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Nittany Lions are on the move. Wants to adjust the pattern. He wants to throw it again. Bringing the heat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. A shot toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
I love the aggressive nature and the play calling there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on 4th down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it, they score a touchdown.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the defender. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. The give is to Miller. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds, and he is really close to the goal line there, knocking on the door.
I mean, what a huge game for this offense. You're always trying to find ways to get your playmakers in space. And when you create a hole like that, Palmer, good Lord, anybody's going to be able to run through it. Then he just keeps chewing up those yards, makes the big play.
He's a difference maker, David, and he gets better as the game goes on. So that's great news at this juncture to kind of rip off a big run like that. But this is a guy that builds momentum as he goes. I'd be force-feeding this guy more as the game goes on.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. He'll go to the sneak. Sneak gets it done.
And a 4th and goal situation. Bring in the beef. The goal line package, all the heavy guys, the tight ends, and just pound the rock when you need it. Running back falling forward, getting the touchdown. Offense just went big on your booty.
And the jumbo formation is on the field as they line up for the 2 points. Trying to punch it in. He is stopped short, and the gamble on the 2 to try to go on top comes up short. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. On the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The offense changing the play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, and Singleton. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Makes the catch. It's Pena. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Singleton. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on second down. He turns that loose down the right side. Touchdown, Penn State! Oh, that may be in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. That Alabama offense onto the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive there.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Off play action. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? Trying to beat the D deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. This defense making a big play, putting it in the end zone.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
Coming out with it, it's Adams. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Keep it on the ground. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Miller with the ball. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Unloads to the wideout. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Skips away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. Alabama trying to convert this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
And first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. From the gun on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And on the third play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it.
Oh, he's got some space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
To the air on 1st down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Throws toward the end zone. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. That's caught. It's Cuevas. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And I love QBs that understand when they need to put some extra sauce on the football. You see your guys sit down in the zone, running a curl, boom, fire that puppy to him, get it on him now so he can catch it before he gets destroyed. Nice job by the QB putting a little extra sauce on it.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting into the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Got a man. It's Cuevas. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Man, those plays are frustrating on a defense. You get 3 stops and you force that 4th down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the first down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
The give on the option. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. Got it into the red zone. Dragged down at the 18-yard line. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. To the air, it's Simpson. Got his man on the outside. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover. The defense
defense comes up big time on the fourth down play, trying to get the stop, making sure he doesn't get a first down. The fumble, it's just the icing on the Sunday. That's fine. We'll take it, but more importantly, they got the big stop and turnover on downs.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some...
He's going for the big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, the free safety's just sitting back there deep in cover three. He's got zone. He's got middle field responsibility. Just watching the quarterback's eyes. He reads the throw, breaks on it. That's just too easy for him.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Fighting off the defender. Just dismissing tackles. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown tie. He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
How about this? These guys are going for two. Marches ahead. He's into the end zone again. A little icing on the cake with a two-point conversion after the long touchdown run. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Here's the handoff. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. Power football with the run. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Dinkins. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Boy, the defense clamped down on that third down completion and didn't allow him to get forward at all.
You're right, Reese. It looked like they were anticipating a quick throw, and you saw everybody so alert, and they were able to rally to the ball.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Caught close to the marker. It's lost. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. That's caught. It's Allen. There he goes. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Quickly out to the tight end. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down.
Offense facing fourth down.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He might want another play. On fourth down, going to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Reynolds. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
To the ground with the back. Runs through a tackle. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll try the run. Running to Green. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up second and 4. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Got a little space. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Alabama quickly back to the line. The give is to Miller. Slithers into space. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. The give to the back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. To the ground to try to move the chains. The Tide will get the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Buys a little time. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie the game up. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama!
Massive score, now massive decision-making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, that's your decision.
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown, and they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. Every play magnified in the 4th quarter, and you just get the thing tied up, and the kickoff goes out of bounds to give up field position.
Okay, ready? On, boy. Here we go.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. He's going for a big play downfield. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
Looking to throw at Simpson. Throws for the tight end. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. refresh everyone's memory. Alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Trying to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
We'll get it started here in overtime. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
On third down, he drops to throw. If he runs this back, this game's over. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
And what a mistake by the offense. Here in overtime, throwing that interception. They're now going to give the ball to the opponent. All they need is a field goal now to win.
First down, and they'll win it with any kind of score here in overtime. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And some room to work. Across the 10. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Third and goal now. They have to take care of the football that we assume line up for the game-winning field goal attempt. They believe in their running game on third and goal here. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be fourth down. The offense will use a timeout with a critical down coming in overtime. Here comes the field goal unit, and they can win it with a chip shot. Right down the middle. The kick is good. A game winner in overtime.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives